Hello, welcome back to another edition of Ask Dave. This is the segment on social media where we at O'Fallon Nutrition do a little question and answer. And today's question comes from Michelle. Michelle asks, is there anything that she can do to support her son who has eczema? And the answer is yes. Of course there are things you can do to support your son with eczema. So, first of all, if you came into the store, I would immediately start to talk about essential fatty acids, Michelle. Our skin is moisturized from the inside out. Each of our skin cells has a membrane made up of fats called phospholipids. These are basically fats bound to phosphorus. And in the diet, omega-3s from fish are the single best source of these. There are studies that correlate levels of DHA, one of the essential fatty acids specifically found in fish oil. There are studies that correlate the levels of DHA in our bodies with eczema. And the higher the level of omega-3 in the form of DHA, the lower the level of eczema. Now, in addition to omega-3s from specifically fish oil, I would encourage you to think about your son's gut or digestive health. Long story short, probiotics are something I would encourage you to consider. I would also encourage you to consider digestive enzymes, something to support stomach acid levels if that is a consideration. That could be apple cider vinegar, for example, in the raw form. And in some cases, folks even go so far as to address leaky gut. And that would include supplements such as the amino acid glutamine to support the health of the lining of the gut, as well as fiber sources such as inulin or prebiotics here in this case, in order to provide the energy in the form of nutrition necessary to feed the lining of both the small and large intestine. So we do want to consider prebiotics as well as probiotics, and if we took it a step further, we would even consider digestive enzymes as well as raw apple cider vinegar. And the idea here is that we want to reduce problems associated with leaky gut, and allergic response is probably the top item on that list. And leaky gut or intestinal permeability is associated with eczema in studies according to my naturopathic medicine textbook as well as my functional nutrition textbook. Furthermore, we can try to address histamine balance. So this is really cool. Eczema is often associated with itching. Eczema is associated with redness, which means inflammation. It's associated sometimes with heat when it's flaring up. That also means inflammation. So one of the things that we can do from a botanical and nutritional perspective is we can support a healthy histamine response. So that is when cells called mast cells of our immune system come into contact with an antigen, anything triggering an allergic response, and they degranulate and release histamine. So there are actually, believe it or not, nutrients and botanicals that have effects on that. So number one on the list is quercetin, and there are many quercetin-based formulas out there for folks. We have specific ones intended for use by children that combine quercetin, the flavonoid, with other things such as vitamin C, which has also been proven to reduce histamine response, stinging nettle, which has a good track record in research on histamine response, etc. So I'd strongly encourage you to consider either quercetin or another single ingredient such as vitamin C in order to address histamine response, or consider a mixed histamine support formula built around ingredients such as quercetin. Finally, good basic nutrition is important. Vitamin A is very important to skin health. Low levels of vitamin A are associated with hyperkeratosis, which is the formation of too many skin cells, which is one of the symptoms of eczema. So we want to make sure there's sufficient vitamin A, but not too much. We want to make sure that there's sufficient zinc in the diet. Low levels of zinc are associated with dry skin as well as decreased immunity, and the skin of folks with eczema has also been shown to be higher in carrying bacteria such as staph. So supporting immune health with nutrients such as zinc and vitamin A, which both play critical roles in supporting immune health and function, really should be considered. Finally, besides supplements and diet, we want to be thinking about hypoallergenic body care. So I would encourage you to think about purchasing shampoos, conditioners, body washes that are free from fragrances in particular, but also artificial color, preservatives, sodium lauryl sulfate, which may be aggravating the skin and drying it excessively, etc. So I would encourage you to check out our body care section and get that body care replaced with clean stuff that's free of fragrance and other chemicals and substances that might aggravate eczema. So that is everything for today. This is a great question. It's very important to me. Our family has struggled with eczema on and off over the years, and I have found that approaches such as these have been immensely supportive. So thanks again for asking, Michelle, and have a great day, and come on in and see us. Thanks.